Welcome back, eh? This is the Canadian Silver Seeker, and I hope you guys are having another great day like I am. So, in front of us, it's another week, and I have, another actually over $5 of junk silver in Canadian 80% form, and I actually got a bit of 925 as well. Let me find my sheet here. So, what it turned out to be is I had $10 of 80% here total, and I've got $12 of 925. So, if you watched my video last week, I found a guy in Kijiji, or he found me, can't remember. He said he was selling. Actually, I found him. I remember now. It was his ad. I reached out. He was selling some quarters. I bought them. They were all 80%. It was a decent price. It was below spot. Plus, I don't have to pay tax from the LCS, which is awesome. So, I said, if you have any more, let me know. And he said, well, I actually do have, more, but they're a little worn and not, scuffed up, not as shiny as these ones. And he actually, I'm pretty sure had washed the quarters because the bag was wet in the last one, or moist. I think he washed them and then dried them off mostly. There's a few droplets of moisture in the bag still, but anyways, I was like, yeah, no, for sure. And I actually even told him in the meeting, I was like, I'll pay you the same. I don't care. They have no new mystic value to me. I'm just collecting them for the silver. I'll pay you the same price as the shiny ones. And I guess he didn't hear me because we were texting and he's like, okay, well, I've got 88 more and I'll give them to you for an even reduced price. And well, obviously I wasn't going to turn down less money and more silver. So I said, sure. So I ended up getting the 88 quarters. I believe it was 96 last week. And being it was all 80% last week, and then over half of it was 925 this week, well, I ended up buying, it was almost the exact same amount of silver for over $120 less, and silver price is up more, so I cannot complain. What it worked out to be is 14.4 ounces last week and 14.32 ounces this week for, like I say, so that's 0.0, I guess, 0.08 of an ounce. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, barely anything and $125 less. So, like I say, can't complain. I figured I'd get more 80%. All I got with the Queen Effigy was 165, but that 65 happens to fill a roll because I happen to have 975, and I mentioned that last week, so that's awesome. I get to fill that roll and put that away. That is 58 rolls now already. I was going to say 68, but I'm jumping ahead there, 10 rolls. 58 full rolls in my bag now. That will be I got, what do we got here? I can't remember the exact numbers. I believe it is 12 80% where I can see the date on these guys. If you look down there, right there, if they're between 1920 and 19, what's the effigy here? Let me just look it up. 1920 and 1936 is the King George V effigy. Those are all 80%, but between 1919 to, what is it, to 1909? Sorry, I gotta pull the paper out here. I can't remember. To 1911 is King George V as well, so 1919 to 1911 King George V, but those are all 925. So I also did get a cool little pile here. It was too bad I went to the LCS because I was bringing out my bug out bag there, if you watch my videos, and I did a bunch of trading to get some slicked out quarters and some King Edwards to fill rolls. And then what did I end up buying? I bought a bunch more of actually slicked out here. We've got 27 that are slicked out, so I don't know if those are 925. I don't know if they're 80%. All I know is they have King George the Fifth on the back of them, if the camera will focus there. And other than that, like I say, all the dates are slicked right out on these guys, so it's too bad, but I will be able to go into my old rolls there. I know I put a couple 80% in there that I could read because I couldn't quite fill the roll, but I definitely have that now. Who knows, by the time I get up to 100 rolls, I'll probably have another full roll of slicked out. And you never know, I might take those and trade them into the LCS for 80%, and then I'll get to the full bag faster, because like I say, I'm not going to put slicked out into my bag. I might put some King George the Fifth 80%. I have one roll in the bug out bag, and this is working towards another one there. So you never know as time comes. We'll see. I did notice that the rolls of 80% King George the Fifth were much shorter because I tried to put it in a plastic roll, preformed plastic roll that fits the normal Queen's effigy and King George the Sixth and so on and so forth. It didn't fit. It was quite a bit shorter due to, I guess, the just wear and tear of the coins over 100 years, basically. So, I did get a small pile here. I believe it is about 9 of 925s where I can read the dates. So that is, like I say, 1919 all the way to 1911 for King George the Fifth. I didn't see the date on that one. I wasn't looking. I have bad eyes, but I could read the dates on all of these, so that's what they should be in this pile. Hard to see there. Let's zoom in on one. My camera will play ball today. So there you can see that one's a 1919. So that's 925. And a little bit of extra silver. In the 80% ones, it's 0.15, but in the 925 ones, there is 0.1734 of an ounce of silver in each coin. So, and that's right out fresh from the manufacturer. It obviously doesn't include the wear and tear. There's probably a lot less on these coins. So, either way, these guys, we got, I actually got quite a bit. I got 33 King Edwards, so I'm almost 7 away from another roll of King Edwards. And yeah, like I said, I guess I shouldn't have went out and bought that, because now I've got another whole full roll. And I got a bonus 6 Queen Victoria. So that triples actually what I had of Queen Victoria before. Most of them aren't in the greatest shape, but there are a few that you can actually even read the dates on, which is awesome. Some of them are slicked right out on the front. You can't see it all. But some of them are in actually decent shape. So, you can say no new mystic value to me, but I will put them away in their own tubes. And yeah, what else can I share with you quick before I let you guys go? Well, I got another silver dollar, 36 millimeter. It's a 2006. It is the 150th anniversary of the Victorian Cross in Canada here. I believe I got I can't remember. I got the proof, I believe it was. I already had the brilliant uncirculated and the gold plated. But I got, a new one. I got it for less than spot on eBay again. That included shipping and everything. The 36 millimeter silver dollars between 2003 and 2006 in Canada were made of pure silver, and their approximate silver weight is 0.8 of an ounce. So only between those 3 years, 2003 and 2006, did it actually jump from 0.75 of an ounce in a 36 millimeter silver dollar to 0.8 of an ounce. And that was due to the fact that they made it pure silver, but they kept the weight of the coin the same as the years previous, 25.1 something grams. And and then in 2012, when they switched back to pure silver, they lowered the weight, and that lowered weight equals 0.75 of an ounce approximately again. So So what do we got here? We got, I guess we'll look at this one first. The Brilliant Uncirculated in 2006 had a mintage of 55,000 of that bad boy right there. And then there was a 53,000 mintage of the gold-plated, and only a 27,000 mintage of the Brilliant Uncirculated. So happy to put that silver dollar in my stack. That is 217 unique Canadian silver dollars for my stack, which is amazing. They just came out with a new 2026 silver fractional maple set that has a 1/20th ounce silver maple in it, which is a $1 coin denomination. That sold out, the set sold out at the mint immediately and at a bunch of different bullion sites that I can see. So I will be watching to see if I can find the 1/20th maple at a decent price to put with my other 13, I believe I already have, of 1/20th ounce 16 millimeter silver dollars. So that is the first 2026 silver dollar, I believe, out so far. So that probably means the end of the 2025 Canadian silver dollars by the Royal Canadian Mint. But I guess they still have a few months. They could sneak another one in there, but usually when they start pushing out the 2026 ones, that kind of usually the end of the 2025 stuff. What I typically see, but who knows, the Royal Canadian Mint changes their minds so often. Heck, they might come out with a 925 silver dollar this year. I wouldn't put anything past them at this point. Other than that, I think that's about it for today. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Remember, it doesn't cost you a single piece of silver or gold to like and subscribe. You guys mean the world to me. Happy stacking, eh?